Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Gilbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and it's time for yet another Witchwood Decksperiment in the post-nerf meta. And this time around, with the nerf to Spiteful Summoner, there's one thing in particular I wanted to try, which is an odd Baku Spiteful Summoner Hunter deck. Now that might seem odd, because we have seen Baku Hunters succeed, but it's been a very fast, very aggressive face style deck that just looks for burst damage over and over again to just overwhelm your opponents with that 3 damage hero power. But with Spiteful Summoner at 7 mana and a spell like Crushing Walls at 7 mana, suddenly you can build a Spiteful Summoner Baku Hunter deck. The question is, will the hero power synergize enough with a slightly more mid-range style that you need to play in this deck in order to get to your Spiteful Summoner turns? I'm not sure, but that's why we do tests. That's why we experiment. That's the whole point of Decksperiments. And that said, we're going to test this out. So let's go ahead and jump into the odd Spiteful Hunter deck creation process as it was recorded live on my Twitch stream. That said, we are going to play an odd... This is something we tried before, but it's going to be... We tried odd Spiteful Rogue, and now what I want to do is try odd Spiteful Hunter. Because again, Spiteful Summoner got nerfed to 7 mana. This opens up an interesting new angle for it with, of course, Baku. If we can find a Baku. Where are you, Baku? There you are, Golden Baku. You're so beautiful. Because Hunter is one of the classes that does have a fairly high cost odd spell with Crushing Walls. Now, in Wilds, you could do this even more interestingly with Call of the Wild. But that's not what we're going to do, so... Don't get excited. We're just going to do it with Crushing Walls here. You could arguably even do this with Spellstone would be cool, but of course you don't get secrets. So it's not actually cool at all. Because 5 mana Spiteful wouldn't be terrible, I don't think. It wouldn't be good, but it wouldn't be bad. So now what we want to do, of course, is fill in the blanks with... that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get rid of Candle Shot. Stop. I want the golden one. There we go. Now we need to fill in the gaps, of course, with an on-curve deck here that, and you could almost run Quest in this, guys. That's way too inconsistent. That's not something we can do. So we need a minion-based deck here. We can run weapons as well, right? But no spells, obviously, but we need odd-cost minions that curve us into a Spiteful Summoner play. So we definitely want lots of 1-drops as all odd, aggressive decks do. I don't know that we want to go quite as aggressive as a standard Baku Hunter. Like, for instance, I think Leper Gnome might be a step too far. Because we do have some late-game cards. We basically have 5 cards we're drawing that don't allow us to be like a strict face deck. In some ways, we could almost try to do this like a control deck. I don't think I want that. But for instance, a card like Blackwalled Pixie is actually probably still fine, just because it's a 3-mana 3/4 that does occasionally, as a top deck in the late game, give us some additional damage. But just as a 3/4 for 3, she's solid enough as it stands, just as a minion. We also want minions that directly address the board sometimes. Like Rush minions are generally good. Like Tundra Rhino might be cool, for instance. I don't know that that's what we want, but it could be cool. Things like Cave Hydra are pretty neat because they give us ways to trade into the board, like early boards, and get us minion pressure. We could try that, for instance. Timberwolf, Raptor Hatchling. We don't want Raptor Hatchling. That slows us down. Jeweled Macaw is good because it's a card that turns into more cards, could help us flatten out our curve. So I like that aspect. Did I do something wrong? Won't you read my messages anymore? No, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't even see any messages. I have not been watching chat much. Only thing I see is you said I would have pinged something. That's all I see. I don't... And a couple times you asking if I've seen your messages. No, you're good, man. Feel free to say anything you want. I guess I'm zoned in. Baku is a serpent. Yes, yeah, it's a beast. A big, scary snake. I mean, it looks kind of like a ghostly snake in some ways. Like a magical or spiritual essence instead of a physical one. So I still wonder if it being called a beast is right. I don't know why some ghostly beasts are beasts and others aren't. Why isn't Bone Marrow a beast then? You know, it's a horse. I don't get it. I don't know. But it's not a beast, right? Because it's a skeleton. I don't know. Is it a beast? I don't even remember. Who knows? Maybe it is a beast. Maybe it's the spiders off of Haunted Creeper that aren't beasts. I'm not sure. What else do we want here, guys? We have, let's see, we need 3s and 5s, basically. Put in Keleseth. We can't put in Keleseth into an odd deck. That ain't gonna work. Why not quest? I think it's more important that we have minions early than we have a quest. And again, this is not enough minions for quest, and we need that mid-rangey stuff to get us to the Spiteful Summoner turn. Active cards. We want Tar Creepers are always pretty good. Things that immediately address the board. Fledglings are kind of cool in Hunter in general, but I think I need 5s right now. Ooh, Bittertide Hydras. That's really cool. That's pretty aggressive, but also just a big body. So our opponent addresses the Bittertide Hydra, but then can they address the Spiteful Summoner? I don't know. Scalebanes are good, sort of. We could also just go like a full face version with like Fungalmancers. I still worry about Fungalmancers in this style of deck, though, because you're less likely to have minions on board because your curve is not as smooth. Leroy certainly makes some sense. Do we need any card draw? We have the Jeweled Macaw to generate, but we don't have any other card draw beyond that. That's why I like Warlock so much for Spiteful decks, because it's so good. Maybe we just run Stranglethorns instead. Warlock has all that free card draw, so that you can fill in the gaps with your dead turns without any problems. This is a very aggressive version, except for Tar Creeper. Tar Creeper's not aggressive. He's still really good because he protects so much stuff. Like, our 3-drops are kind of more body-oriented as opposed to aggression-oriented, which is probably fine. I think we do want, like, another set of another 5-drop or 2. Just because, again, I don't think we're nearly as aggressive as a normal Baku Hunter deck. It's not all 1-drops and super face damage. It's gonna round out a little more often. So, some kind of big 5. Oh, we could run Corridor Creepers. That's kind of cool. That's a Hunter card. We don't even have any beast synergy, so it doesn't actually matter that they're beasts. Like, that's not even relevant that I can tell. Except maybe we get like Tundra Rhino off of Jeweled Macaw, perhaps. That might be one way it becomes relevant, but even that's so darn incredibly unlikely. Corridor Creepers, though, are good because they are free bodies. We're going to trade in a lot of small stuff. I kind of like that idea. They're odd, of course. Do we want to lose the Tar Creeper for like Vicious Fledgling is the question.
Boys,
I don't know.
some room by the hearth, won't ya?
This is odd for me. It's my first sub message.
Hey, Alinsa! Thank you. It's an odd message for an odd deck. How beautifully and perfectly timed. I love it. Very, very well done. That's really cool. Appreciate the 2 months. Welcome back. Thanks for the support. That's really cool. And your first ever resub, huh? That is quite an honor, I gotta say. Let's try this, guys. I don't know. We're gonna overthink it too much. It's gonna be tough to make this work, right? Like, it's gonna be a real challenge because there's a couple issues, right, with this, right? First off is our hunter hero power, when upgraded, does not contribute to a board-based strategy. It contributes to a face strategy. And Spiteful decks generally contribute more to a board-based strategy. You want to win on the board so that your Spiteful, when it lands, can do something really significant. And you just snowball that board advantage. So that's why Spiteful and Baku, in general, don't go super well together, necessarily. Unless you have a deck that can use the hero power to do something important every turn. Something that addresses the board, which... there aren't many, but like for instance, Baku Paladin with Spiteful would be pretty cool, but I don't think there's any big spells at 7 mana, so there's a gap there. It just doesn't work. Okay. These are good one-drops. We got one that we can play for reaction, and oh man, Baku's not good to see. Spiteful's good to see, Baku not good to see. Two of our lowest cost cards here is tough. Basically, the only way this is going to work is, is if we always hit Spiteful right on 7. Off-topic question, what type of rogue deck do you think is doing best right now? Definitely Odd Rogue, for sure. Definitely Odd Rogue. Mage says, from my experience with this deck, Summoner is way too slow. Normally I'd won by turn 7. Yeah, I think that's going to be exactly right. Yep. Again, not a reason not to try it, though. I definitely want to try it. But I think that's exactly what's going to happen, right? We're gonna basically run out of gas before we ever get to the Summoner because our hero power doesn't do anything, and if we play on curve, that means we're drawing a lot of 1-drops that everything's gonna have to line up perfectly with mana, or we're just gonna fall short. We're gonna run out of stuff, and we're just gonna lose the game because we don't really want to hero power on turn 2, right? Typically, we want to play more stuff, but you gotta weave in the hero powers, which is fine with normal Baku Hunter because you know there's always more damage coming. You're gonna draw some kill commands. You're gonna draw some Wolf Riders. You're gonna draw stuff that's ready to kill your opponent. For us, that's not the case. Like right now, I'm gonna hero power, even though it's not actually very good, just to make sure I have the resources necessary to get through to my Spiteful Summoner. And this is the worst draw. We have 5 cards that are bad to draw early, and unfortunately, 3 of them are in our hands. So we're in a weird spot. And this is gonna look weird to him, but we can definitely afford to do this because we, again, are not a strictly face deck. That was a pretty good draw, honestly, just a mid-rangey card. Another 3-drop here would be great, like a Tar Creeper or a Cave Hydra would be nice. He's going to be surprised when he sees Cave Hydra. That's going to give him a weird read. Tar Creeper's fine. We'll Tar Creep, and we will probably Jeweled Macaw just so I get some possible resources for next turn. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll take that. That's totally fine. 5 mana, 4/6 at this point is golden. That's great. As long as we don't draw Crushing Walls here, we have a pretty good... Kind of exactly what we're looking for, honestly. Why do you run Hydra? Just because we want some minions that are punching above their weight, basically. And they're... I mean, so I guess my question would be, like, what would your replacement be? Right, like, what would you suggest instead? Not to say there isn't any good suggestion, there might be, just what would it be? I mean, there are other neutral 3-drops we could run. We could run Bear Shark, for instance, like that could be an alternative. But that one's a little bit more aggression-oriented, which maybe that's right still. I don't know. Maybe that's right still. I just thought Hydra looked cool. It kind of reminds me in a way of like, this is going to sound weird at first, but hear me out. It reminds me a bit of like Druid of the Scythe, which prominently run in Spiteful Druid. Obviously, it's not a rush minion, but the interesting thing about Druid of the Scythe is the way that it interacts with the board in a positive direction. It does something specific and unique and impactful, and Cave Hydra does the same thing. So, for instance, whereas... Oh, that's good for me. Whereas Druid of the Scythe is good at killing a single thing quickly, Cave Hydra, for instance, might be really good at sweeping up a board full of totems. So, by no means the same directional interaction, but nonetheless, they both do something above and beyond what a normal minion would do. So, that was the logic. Is that a load of BS? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Honestly, probably. Probably so, but what are you going to do? Okay. I mean, we got an 8/10 for 7 mana. That's not awesome. I mean, it's good. It's not, like, amazing. If this was Antonitis, we would be maybe slightly happier, although probably still not all that excited. I don't know. Oh, no! All of this work just gone in an instant. I guess our Corridor Creeper got better, though. It's one upside. We can do a lot of damage now. I guess we can shift into damage mode here. Dude's down to 12 and we barely even played. Like, we haven't really done anything yet. I don't know. Do you feel like Hunter is the least successful class right now? I mean, Spell Hunter is not bad. It might still be the least successful class, technically speaking, but Spell Hunter is pretty solid, though. Let's see. Warrior is ahead of Hunter on the... only barely, though. So, I don't know. I'd say Warrior maybe is worse, just because Hunter has both the Recruit version that's decent and the Spell version that's decent. Well, I guess Warrior has Recruit Warrior, too. I don't know how amazing that is, but... more candle shots, man. I don't really want candle shots. Like, I guess they do a little bit of damage, but not much. Dude's at 13. That's a good healing rain. He might have been dead without the healing rain. Well, I guess he'd be at 1. I guess he'd be at 1.
Aha!
Not quite dead, but close. Well, this first game has felt better than I anticipated, honestly. I don't know. We drew pretty well early. I think we've lost a little bit of momentum there since we got like some extra candle shots and stuff. That's a lot of armor, man. That's too much armor, man. I guess we slam Baku. Oh, that's a bad draw. Yeah. I need to hero power every turn, but it's such a bad play if I do that. It's just so unbelievably bad. Hit for 6 here. He goes down to 12. That's 4 turns. I honestly think I have to hero power every turn to win. I know that Baku is sitting there and he looks kind of juicy, but I just don't think that helps us. We need to make sure the hero power becomes an always threat, because we're eventually going to lose to Shutterwalk. So we got to be mindful of that. Crushing Walls could come in kind of clutch here to kill some big stuff. Just that helps me stay alive. What's our best draw? Probably always like Leroy, Stranglethorn. Bittertide is very scary with Volcano, so I don't know if we want Bittertide. I'd be scared to play it, so... Spellhunter's tier 1, is it not? It's currently sitting fairly high tier 2, according to HS Replay's system. I mean, all of that's a little bit arbitrary, right? Like... Oh, he didn't heal off Kalamos. He must be expecting... Oh, no, man, that sucks. He must have been expecting a... Ah, shoot. We almost could have killed it. He must be bouncing it with Grumble. There's going to be a Grumble bounce here. Otherwise, you always heal. You always heal. So he's going to Grumble bounce and heal for 12, which is probably game. Oh, that's a good burn for us. Holy moly. If he doesn't have the Grumble bounce... Oh, my God. He got another healing rain off of the Hagatha. Wow. That's probably game. 20 is a mountain to climb. 20's tough. 2 healing rains. That's a nightmare for us, guys. That's a nightmare. We're gonna die soon. Is a Leroy out ever a possibility? That's 9 plus 3 is 12, so not quite. Even Leroy's not enough. So we only have 1 turn, and we're not going to be able to survive. Blackwald Pixie is even worse. That's definitely game. 18's impossible. We can kill a couple things, but not enough to live through the next turn. The positioning there, he very smartly kept that Flame Elemental on the outside edge. The turn he played Kalamos. That was pretty clutch by him. I don't think anything here helps, but we ought to try at least. Baron Geddon is gonna kill me. What does this do? At the end of turn, deal 2 damage to all other damaged minions. Not enough. It's the baby Baron Geddon. That's funny. Man, imagine he got 2 healing rains, so we actually killed him twice now. If you don't think about the healing rains, right? Like, we had enough damage, just not enough. Is Hogger worth keeping? It has been played a little bit in the past, but really not very much. I know I'm super far behind on chat. I'm going to try to catch up here a little bit. Atypical Therapy. Hey, Get Swifty. Hey, James Zuva. Hey, Rizzle T. Hey, Oblivinator. Hey, oh, crap. Sorry. Whoops. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Hey, Nerd Angel, how spiteful after the nerf? I don't know, because I haven't really tried it with a real deck. We've only tried it in Rogue and Hunter in weird ways, and this is our first game of this. It felt okay in this deck. We got very close to winning that game a couple times. But note, if we had been a regular Baku Hunter, we would have won that game. We would have outsmarked him hard. What tier deck would you put Spell Hunter? Tier 2, I think I probably already answered that because I'm so far behind. Can I post links here? Yeah, you can post links, Scratchy. That's totally fine. As long as it's related to Hearthstone and not like self-promotional or, of course, not safe for work. You're totally in the clear. I think there are only like 3 good 7 drops. There are a few. There are probably 3 amazing ones. I don't know what ones you're thinking of, but I'm sure you can. Sure, you can find 3 or 4 amazing ones, and then there are a bunch of okay ones. Like for instance, like the Archbishop Benedictus we got. Like that's okay. The 6/6 is okay. Is it worth it for a 7-mana spell? Not really. No, I don't think so. But it's fun to try. It's still a good overstated play. Like even if you get a 4/6, right? It's multiple bodies. Okay, Keleseth, Shutter Dude, I guess here. Gold one first to demoralize him, guys. Gold one first, always. Always gold first. Yay, we killed it! Cave Hydra. Very cool. No good turn 4 at the moment, as one might expect. This would be such a juicy attack. Okay, we can do this for sure. This is fine. Normally, now, if we were playing a normal Baku Hunter, we would not have been hero powering nearly enough in this matchup, I don't think. Spiteful is coming. It's coming. It's looking okay. Our board is reasonable. This thing doesn't trade very easily for him. It's got some work to do here. I don't know if that value trade is worth it. I get to kill this anyway. I guess it's kind of worth it because the 12 years less of a problem for him now. Gonna pop the shield there just to prevent some really value trades. Next turn for 6 mana. Nothing too spicy happening. Oh my god. Seriously, man. Come on, dude. The odds of me actually having 4 minions is so ridiculously slim. And then, of course, he grabs Corridor Creeper. Like, that's a little bit triggering. That's a little frustrating. Healing Rain's becoming one of my most hated cards. Well, it's just because it's the crazy good interaction it has in keeping Shutterwalk alive, right? Like, it's an empowering card for Shutterwalk. Regis Q for Dauntless now. Are they still not fixed the login servers? It's insane. I've been following the journey. They've really dropped the ball on the launch. Unbelievable. I can't queue for it now. I don't know how. Okay. Looks like we're dead soon, but maybe Spiteful can do some work here. The Crushing Walls wouldn't be too bad. Oh, I love that. That's a good roll. That is fantastic. Wow. Perfect. Okay. That's a really good result. We might be able to stabilize here. I doubt it. We still have a long way to go. And he's still playing Keleseth buffed cards is the problem, right? Everything is Keleseth at this point, so. That's the real hurdle. Oh, okay. Hold up. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I'll play this. I wish that Tar Creeper was over there, but, I mean, well, actually, I really wish that Tar Creeper was over there. That, this trade line is awkward. I'm still gonna do it, but I guess I could have killed the Corridor Creeper. Well, it doesn't matter. I have 5 attack. 5 attack's not the problem. So that's totally fine. Could have traded into the dude and killed the Corridor Creeper. But I'd rather the 3 attack die than the 2. Oh, God. He actually got Shutterwalk on curve. On top of all of this. And we had enough. Come on, dudes. Come on. Okay, so we definitely just weren't meant to win this Hearthstone game. Sometimes you know you're not meant to win a game. We know that that is today. Come on. Come on. I just looked at the list of 7 drops. The only ones I'd want are Etten, Swamp King, Ravenholt, Assassin, and Stormwind Champion. Oh, I don't even know if I'd add Ravenholt to that list. I don't know if we'd really want that one too much. Maybe. Wouldn't be terrible, I guess, sometimes. Aggression's nice, but... have you ever played any Even Dragon Paladin? We didn't play Even Dragon Paladin. We tried to make a Dragon Paladin. It failed pretty hard, I think, but no Even Dragon Paladin that I can remember. That game was just not meant to be won. Thank you for the Shutterwalk spam, Swifty, dude. Yeah, I don't know why more of chat's not spamming Shutterwalk right now. I mean, come on. How long was they out? What year is this, dude? You get the best possible order on the battle cries. Like I said, we're not meant to win that Hearthstone game ever. That game is a complete throwaway. A complete and utter throwaway. No way on earth is anyone meant to win that game. I don't think Eaglehorn's going to be super important against Druid. Tar Creeper has proved to be a problem thus far. So I don't know. No 1-drop sucks. I need a 1-drop bad. I need a 1-drop. That's the opposite of a 1-drop.
Welcome, boys. Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Hey, Oi Kisama, dude. Thank you for the 3-month resub, man. Keeping that Twitch Prime sub in these parts. That's awesome. That's really cool. Most people don't. See, like, this is the worst. It's the worst. Like, I lose the hero power. I mean, yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst. Regis giving rank 4 guys free wins. Hey, they're not free. They gotta work for them, okay? They're working hard for these wins. They're like, what is this? I gotta worry about crushing walls? Like, that's effort. That's strategy they're not used to. Okay? Alright? This is Speed Bump Scott. So, hopefully he doesn't cause too much of a speed bump. Oh my god, the ramp. The ramp! He's already at 8 mana! I don't know if we're ever going to get a good read for this deck because our opponents literally have the best possible starts to every game. Every opponent just says, oh, this is the best game I'm ever going to have in my life. Look at this again! Double Wild Growth into Nourish into Arcane Tyrant. We're not meant to win these Hearthstone games, guys. Just absolutely not intended to win. That positioning is going to give me a good swing with the Cave Hydra. He should have put it on the outside, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's what he wanted, for all I know. Okay. Sure. They got to worry about Cave Hydra positioning. They got to worry about crushing walls positioning. Like, this is a hard deck to play around, guys. All right. Cut people some slack. What is a fringe deck? Fringe means like on the outside edge of something. So in other words, like a fringe deck would be a deck that's not very popular or not necessarily a high tier deck, but still competitive. Like, still something that you can play. Like, for instance, before the nerf, even Shaman was a bit of a fringe deck. Despite having really high win rates, and everybody recognizing that it was pretty strong, he did it again. Put it on the other side, man. You gotta put that on the outside, so I can't trade into your thing. Well, it didn't matter, actually, never mind. He took that trade, so I take it back. It's a completely irrelevant distinction. I can't leave that alive. I hate sending the Hydra into it, but it just can't live. We cannot allow that. We can't abide it to be alive. So now we just pray that he doesn't have swipe, right? Swipe right. What is this? We gotta pray that he doesn't swipe right. Speed bump Scott. What's with not playing other Legend players? We got a really bad MMR right now. We're basically at the dumpster ranks, so we queue into people with a similar MMR to us. Which is to say, a garbage one. a very low MMR. I need something that's playable alongside Eaglehorn. Oh god, my Bittertide Hydras are basically just completely dead now. I mean, they are useless. they're going to hurt me more than they help me. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I actually just I shouldn't have frozen that. I should have frozen a 2/2. I just got so discouraged. Because now I wasted one of my procs. But again, our Bittertide Hydras are going to kill us instantly here. If we're not already just super dead to Savage Roar. You can just hit Bittertide Hydras 8 times. I mean, let's see, 2, 2, 2, 2. Each of these is actually 3 damage, so that's 12. Puts us at 8. He has at least 13 damage right now. I should have froze the 2/2, not one of these. I could have had a 1/3 and a frozen 2/2 and killed that 1/5. I messed up the line, but that's okay. Have you tried Murloc Mage? We did actually play it. Yeah, we did. Oh my god, swipe is definitely not it. You should have swiped face and let the one attack hit the Hydras. And hero power to Hydra. I think he probably misses lethal here. Well, he might still get there despite... yeah, he's still going to get there. But it was easier, probably, just swiping face and wrathing that and hero power. No, he's definitely going to get there. Good lord. He could have got there about 8 ways over. Great deck, guys. Great deck. Might be time to ditch the odds 500. No way. No, we're not giving up this soon. No way. We only played 3 games. Not even. And again, 2 of those, our opponents literally hand-picked their cards in order to have the best possible starts. I mean, we're talking that Kel'Seth Shutterwalk deck was unbelievably perfect, and that was the best ramp possible. He had note what he had. He had both Wild Growths into Nourish, into double Violet Teacher, into Spreading Plague, Soul of the Forest. I mean, he couldn't have had a better possible hand. He basically had everything he ever needed. I'm not salty about it. That's fine. That happens sometimes. But it's not giving us a good feel for what this deck's capable of. Because we've played just the nuts so far. Just absolutely bonkers stuff up to this point. So, I'm going to take a couple Tylenol, guys. I have a bit of a headache. Forgive me. Well, Excedrin to be specific, I guess. But some sort of pain, headache stuff. Is Elemental Mage worth crafting? I didn't have a ton of luck when we played the latest version we'd played. I mean, obviously, I don't know exactly. Odd Hunter to 10,000 Legend. I don't even know if we can go. We might be at the bottom already. Who knows? Let me check out a couple decks here that people had linked. Somebody linked, it was Grouchy, linked a Snow Fury Giant Spellstone deck. I never really know how to judge these sorts of decks. I mean, because I just haven't played them enough. I don't know what's there, like what the plan. I know what the plan is, but I don't know what the interactions look like. Why do we always get Deathweb Spider? That's weird. I was hoping for a 1-drop, frankly, because this thing's going to be a pain to keep up with. Actually, Eaglehorn Bow could fix that, I guess, really quickly. Candle Shot wouldn't hurt either. Candle Shot, maybe? Cave Hydra, again, has a pretty neat interaction with the board here, I guess. If he can't kill it outright, which he might be able to. He might be able to, which means we're gonna lose, of course. But it looks fine. I mean, it's got a lot of overload, which I think is important. It's got threats, which that's what you're looking for. So it looks fine, Grouchy. I just haven't played that enough to say what's gonna happen. Ouch, man. It's almost as if these decks that have way better game plans are really outperforming us, guys. It's almost as if they're doing something that's helping them win the game more consistently. I don't know. This is my version of Tempo Rogue. Let me check that out too. What do you think?
Aha!
Let's see. I don't see anything that looks out of place. I still get nervous about Fungalmancer, but no, actually in this deck, Fungalmancer looks a little better. You're not doing any kind of odd stuff or anything. So you should have a pretty consistent curve. Okay, this is a concede, guys. I know what's gonna happen. I know what's happening here. This is a concession. I'm giving the game up here. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't see any problems. The Falderai seems like he could get a little bit stranded because you're not drawing that many cards. So I don't know that Falderai is worth it. Just because you don't have a ton of cycle, it's really just like Elven Minstrel. So I'd be a little nervous about Falderai Strider, but beyond that, it looks pretty good. Did he really not have a lethal somehow? I thought for sure the game was over there. I thought certainly. Oh, this actually can't attack an enemy, huh? Okay. I thought surely with the knife juggler he could have gotten a lethal secured there. I guess not. This guy must be very confused. He must be like, what is going on? There, he spotted it. The bitter side lethal. There it is. I'm not running Blink Fox because it has a 45% play win rate, lower outside of Baku. Falderai replaced it. Okay. I'm cool with that. What does Falderai have in a tempo rogue deck? I mean, I don't think you can just compare win rates against different decks. You might need to compare it in that environment. So be careful. Don't just universally apply win rates across the board. Like, you gotta always consider context with statistics. Not that you're not, just be careful. Well, odd Spiteful Hunter so far, guys, is pretty much exactly the tragedy we expected it to be. It's performing precisely as well as we'd hoped. It's 0-4 so far. Living up exactly to our expectations. Alright, this is a good start. This is a good hand for once. Maybe if our opponent doesn't... Oh, okay. Maybe if our opponent doesn't draw the nuts here, we'll have a chance. But I'm sure that's 2 secrets, 2 spellstones, and what is this? Something else that's amazing, probably. To my side or something for the perfect curve. Okay. We've got a plan. We see it. It's unfolding. Notai says, alright, I'm off to ice cream, Netflix, and cuddles. Oh my god, dude, that sounds like a regular Regis night, to be honest. I don't know why, but my fiance absolutely loves going to get ice cream. It's unbelievable. It's like her favorite thing in the world to do. That sounds exactly like a Regis night. We're living the same life, dude. Same exact story. That's funny. Okay. Guys, I need help. Does Greedy Sprite fit into Token Druid? I don't think anybody's running Greedy Sprite. Well, no, actually, some people are running Greedy Sprite. Yeah, it looks like it's fitting. For some people, at least. Let's see. Let's find popular decks. That one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it. This one does. So I don't think the most popular versions of the deck have it, but certainly some like it for its ramp potential. That's clear from the data. Freeze that boy to set up the Cave Hydra, right? This guy must be wondering why on earth I have a Baku Hero Power when I've never hit the button. He's like, what's the deal? Why is this guy a Baku deck? We don't know either. We're not sure either. Ganuga Gap. That's it. Ganuga Gap. No, Ganuga Gap. Ganuga Gap. That sounds like some like Australian territory or something, probably. Some like Aboriginal Australian territory is my guess. Aussies out there, confirm. Confirm my suspicions, Aussies. Alright, can we beat Spellstone? We still don't know. It's gonna be a pain. I need a 5-drop. I need Stranglethorn Tiger. Lane into something that sets up Explosive Trap. No. Kill command on the 1-3. What? That seems like a play of desperation if I've ever seen one. Okay. This will always be Valkyr Soul Claimer. Ah, crap. I lost some damage there. That's my fault, too. Totally my fault. I should have attacked with a bigger thing. I thought this had more health, so it'd be safer, and I might want to ignore it, but I can't ignore a questing adventurer, so... kind of had to respect it. Always Spellstone. Always. Every time. Always, always Spellstone. Thankfully, the Cave Hydra here is pretty good. It's gonna line up a clear. Let's Jeweled Macaw first. If we can find a, like, oh... this is not what I meant. I was gonna say if we could find like a Direwolf Alpha or a Timberwolf, that would be super incredible. But this is also pretty interesting. I can work with this as well. So it's only gonna go to 6-4, but that's still pretty good. I mean, he doesn't trade into it immediately, so. Imagine if we gotten like a Timberwolf, guys. Oh man, that would have been beautiful. Oh come on, guys, we are a good luck charm tonight, but not for ourselves, just always for our opponent. Every game our opponent has had the nuts. I made a joke about him having double Spellstone in hand. He had it. He had double Secret, double Spellstone, exactly like we joked about. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what this gets us. Something big taunt, hopefully. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good for us. Putting this to 4 has a lot of impact, obviously, because he has 3 attack dudes. You know, this is a pretty intimidating board he's looking at. Pretty intimidating. He'll have a kill command for this, probably. Witchwood Grizzly. Oh, my. That's a big dude. So is Corehound, though. So is Corehound. We can get through this. We can Corehound and freeze the wolf. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay. Can we do it? Can we beat double Spellstone? I don't think that's enough. We still have we have 15 on board. I got so salty for no reason. I got so salty for no reason, guys. We did it. And he had the nuts, and we still won. Okay. Abominable Bowman, by the way, pretty good for us. But why did we win, though? I mean, let's talk about why we won. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's be realistic. Why did we win? Because of a crazy lucky Scavenging Hyena. That's the only reason we won. We got that nutty 12 attack Scavenging Hyena, basically, that hit him in the face for a bunch of damage and forced him to take some really bad trades. Now, I guess you could argue we put ourselves in a good position for that because he, like, kill commanded a Dire Mole for some reason. I don't really know what that was about still to this day. But, hey, we did it. Boom. Is Zulok still viable? I'd like to play it, actually, after this. I don't know if Spiteful Summoner Zoo is still viable, but we could try it still. Sorry, that is what I shout every time I start playing my big beast. Hey, no worries. It is indeed a big dino. No doubt about that. I actually didn't see. Oh, big beast, big bodies dropping bombs. Okay, I get it. Yeah, well done. I like it. Cave Hydra here would be great again, guys. Cave Hydra, by the way, has been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It has enabled me to set up lots of trades and do some cool stuff. And our opponents keep forgetting how it works, it seems like. They don't play around it particularly well, at least. Oh, that's a good draw. We have the anti-paladin hand here. Can we get there? We'll see. My favorite decks right now are Hadronox Druid, Spell Hunter, and Tempo Rogue. What are yours? I don't know. Haven't really thought about it a lot, to be honest. I play so much different stuff that it all kind of starts to feel about the same at some level. I guess I'd say, I know we lost the hero power, but this is worth way more, having the minions out to trade and denying the weapon trade here. I need to draw Tar Creeper this turn, would be great. Or Cave Hydra maybe, be fine. Stonehill, that is really annoying against my board, man. That is kind of rude, actually, sir. Blackwalled Pixie, that's still pretty good. Would I rather Eaglehorn, though? No, I don't think so. Question is, do I go ahead and trade into this or not? I don't really want to, but I didn't want to give it the value trade into the 2-1 with a weapon. He could have killed the 2-1 with a weapon, then it might have been a little harder to kill it, so I don't know. Probably not worth still, but maybe. Maybe. I need a good draw here. We need a 5-drop. Or Tar Creeper. Not Bitterside Hydra. Hydra is just so bad against the recruits. That'd be very, very problematic.
Aha!
Not Lost in the Jungle, please. No, no, no. Firefly. Okay. Crushing Walls ain't the draw. Oh, that's really bad news. It's really, really bad news. Oh, we need a good draw. We need a good draw. What decks would you recommend for wild ladder climbing? I have not played any wild. We can maybe take a look at the meta report for wild, or at least the best decks for wild on HS Replay, and get some kind of feeling. So over the last 3 days in, how do I set for wild? Where is the wild? Ranked wild. Over the last 3 days, the best deck in ranked wild has been an Alaneth Face Mage, it looks like. Basically Secret Mage, Lackey, Arcanologist, Valet, that sort of stuff, Kirantor Mage. Paladin with... It looks like just kind of a dude-ish Paladin, or kind of an aggro Paladin with Muster for Battle, Knife Juggler, some eggs, actually. Buffs like Blessing of Kings is number 2. Shaman with Sea Giants, so actually even Shaman with Sea Giants pretty good. Looks like Pirate Warrior's still super competitive. That's unexpected. Wow. Terrible hand. Terrible, terrible hand. Thank God we could kill a minion at least to get something on board. I don't know. This is not going to be enough. Not even Baron. I was going to say Baron Geddon could do it, but not even Baron Geddon's good now. Am I ever better off with Crushing Walls? No. We gotta figure it out. We gotta see. We gotta see what we can get. Something cool. Something amazing. Aha. What could it be? What could it be? Still not enough. That's 11. We're dead. We're dead.
Aha!
Anyway, those are some wild decks that could work. Been absolutely getting massacred by big resurrect priests. Really? We could probably tell you what's good against big priests. Here, we'll look up a big priest in wild, and let's see. Matchups, it's worst against rogue. Probably Kingsbane Rogue is what's beating it. It's not great against mage or paladin either. I've had success with aggro mage against big priest in the past. Just being able to go over the top and smork them a bunch is really good. this will probably be our last game, guys. We got a glimmer of hope there. We won a game, but at the end of the day, we're still 1-5. If we could go 2 out of 6, I'd have a little more faith. But right now, that seems pretty much impossible. Is it Odd Rogue that's beating it? Maybe it's Odd Rogue. Oh, Eon knows. Talk to Eon. He's the wild guy. Don't even ask me. You got like the best possible resource in chat. So go with his info. Like I said, I have not even touched wild yet. So whatever Eon says is absolutely what you need to listen to. He's like really, really, really good at wild. Like literally one of the best. Not exaggerating.
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Apocalypse, man. Thank you for the beautiful Twitch Prime sub, Apocalypse. It was getting a little quiet there on the alerts, dude, but I appreciate it a ton, Apocalypse. Thank you for the sub. That puts us at 541, maybe 42 on the sub count. I don't know, somewhere around there. Still a lot, no matter what. So thank you, Apocalypse. Enjoy your new sub badge. You're a commoner. Enjoy your emotes. And, oh, that's you that was asking. Holy moly. Yes, I didn't even realize that. Well, no problem at all.
Quiet.
I was not hinting, Zonehawk, but well, I hope I didn't sound like I was hinting. I'd hate for that to be the implication. I am always astounded by all the activity. But thank you for the 1,000 bits, Zonehawk. Putting yourself at a nice, beautiful blue 5,000 there for the week. That's a good number, man. That's a nice flat Zonehawk-esque number.
Oh, I hear you.
I was trying to quell the bit surge. I thought 5,000 sounded reasonable, but thank you, Zonehawk, for another 1,000 bits. You've mastered these 1,000 bit increments so far.
You ring?
Guys, I wasn't asking for a bit. I feel bad now. Now I feel like guilty. Like it seems like I was begging for bits, and that was not the intention. I promise. But thank you, Zonehawk, for the 2,000 bits. Thank you, Aragorn, for the 100 bits. I guess we could throw out a little sub train, or bit train, I should say, for Zonehawk here. We haven't had one of these yet tonight, so maybe this is just what I needed. This will empower the. This will make the Spiteful Summoner good. Hey, perfect timing. Oh my god, a flurry of activity. Apocalypse, you started a bit-pocalypse, man. All out of nowhere. Look how awesome that was.
Can't match Zonehawk.
Not many people can. Don't worry, Leviticus. I'm just proud of you for figuring out Twitch here in the last couple of days, Leviticus. Thank you for the 100 bits. PLK dropping the 3-month resub. Or no, excuse me, no. I said that backwards. The 7-month resub at the tier 3 sub mark, which is just insane. Absolutely crazy. Tier 3 sub from PLK. He's rocking the legendary badge, too, for the big old bit bumps he's dropped in the past. So thank you, PLK. Well timed, dude. And Zonehawk, thank you for the 789 bits, which is not an accidental number, guys. You should always appreciate Zonehawk's attention to detail when it comes to numerical values. If you look closely, he now has 6,789 bits, forming a perfect sequential pattern. 6, 7, 8, 9, which is pretty darn cool, I think. I'm always astounded by the fun Zonehawk bit patterns. So we are playing a Dragon Paladin, guys. If we ever have a chance to win a Hearthstone game, and somebody just asked about this. Who just asked? Somebody in chat said, have you played even Dragon Paladin? And that's exactly what we're facing right now. That's pretty wild timing, whoever that was. So, Apocalypse says, what can I say? I'm a trendsetter. Definitely, yes. You kicked off some action, man. Okay, well, it's no longer quiet, that's for sure. So we can rest easy. So thanks again, Leviticus, PLK, Zonehawk dropping, I guess, a total there of 2,789 bits. Had some trouble with digits there for a second. And the Penguin says, too, I missed this one bit. He says, my mom says she loves you, Regis. I've always done pretty well with moms. Had more trouble with women my own age. Actually, that's not true. I've done okay on that front, too. But I've always done well with moms and grandmas. They've always. I think they see me as sort of a non-threatening, jolly husband type. You know, I'm not that like dangerous. I don't ride a motorcycle and have a leather jacket. You know, I don't have that vibe. But I always have the grandma vibe. You know. So you know how it is. Never what you want, really. But I've done okay. I certainly can't complain. Hey guys, we still have some plays here. We can clear the board and play a big dude. I'm happy. This is what we need. Exactly what we need. I've done okay with girls my age too. I've been all right. The secret is, guys, if you're curious, both advice for both male and females. If you're looking for love, confidence is always your #1 goal. Be happy with who you are. Don't try to impress people or try to lure them in or anything like that. Just be confident with yourself. Be proud of who you are. Be interesting, and that's all you need. That'll do it. That'll do the trick. I needed actually Crushing Walls in hand here. We need to get rid of his minions. Man, we're dead. He has 11 plus 2 is 13. We're actually literally
Jolly
dead.
St. Regis.
I do have a bit of a Santa Claus vibe, too. You're right. I am basically Santa Claus. We're dead. I wonder if he'll see it. He's going to miss lethal. He's going to miss lethal. He missed lethal. He has 11. These hit for 10 each. He had 13 exactly. He just spotted it. Once the math came in, he was like, ah, crap. I missed lethal. I'm still going to lose, unfortunately. Unless I get Crushing Walls, maybe? No, we're still done. Oh, Glacial Shard. Hold up. I think I'm still dead, aren't I? I think I'm still dead. If this thing had Rush, it would be great, but it doesn't. Maybe we'll get something here. Nope. I'm still dead. Man! That sucks. These have 9. If they had 8, I could do it. But we're dead. I thought we were going to sneak out another game, but we couldn't get there still. That discounted Silver Sword was just unbelievably good, which is the cool interaction with Dragon Paladin. Which I think is what we tried too, didn't we? But, well, I don't know if we did Silver Sword. I think maybe we did Valinator. But we definitely didn't do even Paladin. We just played Dragon straight up. Hey, Tingus Dude, how's it going? Hope it's going well. And there you go. That was the odd Spiteful Hunter. And as I suspected, the hero power, unfortunately, just does not synergize at all because it's not a board-based hero power, and because in a Spiteful Summoner deck you need a bit more of a minion-based strategy. Those things are just at odds. The pings to face don't necessarily contribute to the game plan of building minions and getting a big swing board with Spiteful Summoner, so they're kind of at odds with one another. That's what we expected. Their results kind of fell in line with exactly what our predictions were, meaning this ultimately was not a very successful deck. That said, if you have thoughts, ideas, questions on how to make this one better, of course you can leave those in the comments below. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.